Hi, my name is Dr. John Douillard, and today I want to talk to you about stubborn weight loss. It all starts in your intestinal tract, the quality of your intestinal skin. It's kind of like the three little bears. If the intestinal mucosa is too dry or too wet or too mucousy, it doesn't function well. It has to be just right for the good microbes to proliferate, for the little villi to function, to assimilate good nutrition, and to help you detoxify. If the intestinal skin becomes out of balance in one way or the other, your ability to digest, detoxify, and lose weight is going to be compromised. Now, on the outside of your intestinal wall is what's called the gut-associated lymphatic tissue. And that lymphatic tissue, it can swell and help you gain weight and bloat and hold on to a lot of extra weight around your belly. That lymphatic tissue around your belly also drains your legs and your hips and your thighs, and it can make you hold on to a lot of water weight down in the lower extremities as well. So the lymphatic system around the gut is the first thing to become affected by the intestinal villi being compromised, either being too dry, which happens in the winter, or too much mucus, which happens in the spring. And if you're under a lot of stress, we know that 95% of our serotonin is actually manufactured and stored in our gut. So we know that the intestinal tract is where we process our stress. So if you're under a huge amount of stress, that stress is going to plow through your gut, take out your good microbes, irritate your skin, compromise the villi from doing their thing, absorbing and detoxifying, congest your lymphatic system, and when your lymph system gets congested, that's your immunity, that's your weight loss, it's the drains in your system. So when the drains are clogged, you can get a host of concerns: swell, hold on to water, gain weight, joints can ache, a whole bunch, skin can react, a whole bunch of kind of drain clogging, allergies, hypersensitivities, these kinds of things can happen. Now, here's what happens. That's like step one. Step two is that these toxins that should be being processed through the lymphatic system, all the bad fats and the good fats, go through the intestinal wall into the lymph. And if that's not working great, and the lymph system is sort of stuck in traffic, toxins are going to go back to your liver, and the liver becomes compromised, congested. Bile becomes thicker. Bile emulsifies your fats, and if you're not able to emulsify your fats well, then your body's going to say, hey, I can't eat fatty food without feeling yucky. I can't metabolize the good fats to give me energy, mood stability, great skin, all of that. So I'm going to sort of naturally crave sugar. So we find ourselves eating, sugar and therefore more small meals throughout the day, which was never really the culture of thousands of years of genetics as hunter-gatherers. It was more feast or famine. We know that the cells live longer. We know that they make more energy when you don't feed them so much. So the more when we go into a starvation time, the body seems to be genetically wired to do well in that, of course, for a period of time. We eat way too much, and 6 meals a day, according to the science, just gives us more of an opportunity to eat more food and overeat. The idea that our metabolism is increased, and we have this thing called thermogenetics, which we increase heat and metabolism by eating many meals a day, that has been disproven. So the reality is eating meals versus snacks is one way to do it. Now, back in 2000, when I wrote my 3 Thieves in Diet book, we did a study, and we had we ended up with about 18 people. We had them eat 3 meals a day, nothing in between: breakfast to lunch, lunch to supper, supper to bed, and breakfast the next morning with no snacks. I said, you can eat whatever you want for breakfast, just make sure you don't have anything between breakfast and lunch, anything for lunch, anything from lunch to nothing from lunch to supper, and supper all the way till breakfast in the morning. Break the fast with breakfast to force the body to burn fat. Because if you have breakfast and then a snack and lunch and a snack and supper and a snack, you're gonna basically burn the breakfast, the snack, the lunch, the snack, the supper, the snack. So your body's going to be fed like sort of off the buffet. It's going to be fed every 2 hours. So why would it ever burn its fat? It won't, because it's being fed every 2 hours. It's just going to eat what you just fed it. If we give the body a reason to burn fat, which is breakfast, nothing till lunch. In between breakfast and lunch, you burn your fat. Lunch, nothing till supper. In between supper and breakfast, lunch and supper, you burn the fat. Between supper and breakfast, you burn fat all night long. Break the fast with breakfast, forcing the body into a fat metabolic state to help break the cycle of weight loss. So there's a whole nother strategy, which is just in terms of how you eat your food. Breakfast, lunch, supper. Make lunch the bigger meal of the day. We have good science to prove the circadian clock in our body says eat in the daytime, sleep at the nighttime, don't eat at night. We have good studies in science. I've written tons about that. So understand that the more we can align ourselves with the circadian clock, eat at the daytime, sleep at night, that's going to pay dividends. Eating late at night is definitely going to make it more difficult and more challenging. If you're under a huge amount of stress, it's going to take out your good intestinal microbes and cause problems there. Now, in the article associated with this video, what I did, I put together some really cool questionnaires to sort of troubleshoot for you your lymphatic system, your bile flow, your fat metabolism, your pancreatic enzymes, your stomach acid, all the things that could go wrong with your digestive system. I put together a little questionnaire so you can sort of troubleshoot and gave you some strategies about how to repair and bring those things back into balance. Because really the key with stubborn weight loss is to run a fine-tooth comb through every single aspect of your digestive system so you can troubleshoot, oh, this is my problem, or this is in my lymphatic system, it's in my bile flow, I don't have enough stomach acid, maybe I'm too stressed out, maybe I'm eating late at night, maybe I'm snacking too much. Whatever it is, we're going to troubleshoot it, find it out, and bring it back into balance. Please check out this article. It's quite comprehensive. It's really one of the articles I really went into detail, put all the information about what can happen in digestion, a way for you to really understand digestion and troubleshoot your stubborn weight gain. All right, thank you very much for listening. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye. Hi, did you like this video? Do you like our content here at Lifespa? You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/John Douillard right here and get this valuable content every week in your inbox.
This recording is brought to you by Lifespa, where ancient Ayurvedic wisdom meets modern science. Get access to free health video newsletters by Dr. John at lifespa.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.